Video games for a lot of us is a hobby that gives us joy, escapism, or whatever it does for you. However, I feel like we all kind of go through a patch where we just get tired of them. They're not quite hitting the same anymore, whether it's an old favourite or something new. You just can't quite seem to enjoy them like you used to. Well, in this video I'm going to give you some tips on how to make gaming fun again. It's worked on me, so I'd assume it should at least work on someone else. Now for a lot of us, it is simply just that we're getting older. Our tastes change, our brain changes, circumstances change, etc. You might be in full-time education, you might have a full-time job, you might even have a family of your own now. Whichever the reason is, sometimes you just grow out of things, especially hobbies. There isn't always some deep psychological reason as to why. Your brain just simply gets bored. It realizes that games are, well, just kind of a waste of time really, and it prioritizes other more important things. Because yeah, video games can be a waste of time. You don't necessarily gain anything from them, and they can easily be abused, which can have an effect on your real life. But that's where I want to bring up my first positive point, and that's don't just consume. If you find yourself getting tired of video games, maybe the problem is that you're abusing them. You're spending too much time on them, you're obsessing over them, and you're just generally addicted. So a way to naturally stop the overconsumption, apart from the obvious just play less, is to create something. Create something out of that passion you clearly have for the game you keep playing. Make a YouTube video, write a review, draw some art of your favourite characters, make some music, make a fan game, make some mods. Just make something, something you both enjoy consuming and creating, because naturally creating something takes time off of consuming it. If you dedicate yourself to one of the crafts I mentioned, I guarantee you'll enjoy video games again, because your overall playtime will go down and you'll be learning useful skills that actually, properly stimulate your brain, thus making you a bit happier. The next point I want to bring up is only play games that you actually want to play. Now this may sound obvious, but let me give you an example on what I mean. Don't just buy games because they're on sale or they're highly recommended or just on a whim. Don't just buy a game because, oh, this looks cool, I'll give it a try. Because 9 times out of 10, when you do that, you'll play it like once and never again. This has happened on quite a few occasions for me, such as with the Mega Man series. I brought the entire collection and I think I only ended up enjoying like 2 of the games, and that was Mega Man 2 and the mobile game. And the same thing happened with the Danganronpa series. I enjoyed the first one, but I really didn't like the second one. I haven't actually played the third one yet. And then there's Monster Hunter, which I haven't even touched yet, and I brought like 2 years ago. But yeah, the list goes on. I brought them and either never touched them or ended up not liking them. Now, why did I buy them? Well, the whole series were on sale, so I was like, yeah, might as well just buy all of them. But doing this will make you hate gaming. Just randomly buying a bunch of stuff you're not truly excited for and now wasting money on, that's what makes you hate games. Only buy games that you have a genuine interest in. Games that you've followed news for, watched reviews for and trailers for, talked about with friends and family. Those are the games you want to focus on. Like, yeah, my mates used to try and get me into Elden Ring all the time, and does it look cool? I guess, but I have no interest in playing it. Does the internet ever shut up about games like Deltarune? No, but just because something has a lot of praise online doesn't necessarily mean it's good. You know what games I am looking forward to playing? Kirby Air Riders, Digimon Time Strangers, Stellar Blade, Pac-Man World 2, and more. Those are the games I genuinely have an interest in, and I'm excited to try them out. It's nice to look forward to a game, instead of forcing yourself to try one just because you've heard good things about it and you just want something to play. My rule of thumb with buying anything is always sleep on it. Always give it at least a week before you make the investment. Just block out the shiny object syndrome and think about whether you actually want it or not. Impulse buying is a very easy thing to get suckered into, so, if you must falter, be wise. Now this last point is just to play less. I know I've already brought this up, but I would like to put some focus on it again. Honestly, playing games less is probably the first and major step into enjoying the hobby again. In an extremely brief nutshell, video games release happy hormones, dopamine. When released sparingly, they can be useful for de-stressing, relaxing, or just having a good time. However, if dopamine release is abused, your brain starts wanting more of it. It starts off with longer play sessions, but will inevitably lead you to getting bored. You've gave your brain that much video game stimulation that it just simply wants no more of it. It wants something else. Again, that may be not, 100% scientifically accurate, but I'm pretty sure that's the general gist of how it works. Your brain isn't dumb, especially as you get older and realize games are indeed for the most part a waste of time. So doing what essentially is a waste of time all day every day will no doubt make you miserable. So that's why you gotta fill your days up with stuff to do. Get a job, study, get into more healthy hobbies like art, music, swimming or something. Hit the gym at least a few times a week, go outside and so on. Then once you've done everything for that day, you can chill and play video games without feeling guilty about it. Personally, I only usually play about an hour or two of video games here and there. Usually towards night time, because you know I've done everything I've needed to do throughout the day, so I won't feel as guilty playing them now because it's the end of the day anyway. But yeah, those are just some ways to kind of enjoy gaming again. I originally was planning to go a lot more in depth, but when I was like thinking about it and brainstorming some ideas, it's really not that complicated to enjoy a hobby you used to enjoy again. Again, you might have simply just grown out of the hobby, which is perfectly fine. You know, there's no deep meaning, that's just how it is. But I think in a lot of people's cases as well, that they haven't actually grown out of it, they've just gotten sick of it, they just don't want to admit it. So yeah, the plot synopsis for this video, just play games less and you'll enjoy them more. Simple as. Hope you enjoy this little discussion video. If you know you've got anything to say yourself, put them in the comments and I'll definitely reply. I'll see you guys in a bit.